The fastest way that I've found to level up in Space Marine 2, Warhammer 40k, is not to play on the hardest difficulty of missions, but to play on the easiest on the threat level minimal, and then to play the second operation, Decapitation, where a swarm of Tyranids threatens the Astropathic Relay, and you have to kill the Hive Tyrant. So the reason you play on minimal is, especially for beginners, you don't have all the perks unlocked that you're going to need, and your guns are severely underleveled. So I'd highly suggest, at least when you're starting out, to just grind the minimal, and it will be worth it because it will be a lot faster than playing on the harder difficulties. However, if it feels too easy, you can always move up and get a higher rate. As you can see, at minimal, we get 630 XP. Then on average, we get 945. Substantial, obviously too high anyways. But moving it back down to minimal, I will walk us through Decapitation and just show you where you can skip, looking out for armory data as well. And yeah, we'll go through this pretty quickly. Okay, so we are in the match. Let's start running, and the fastest way to get through these matches is really to just run past most of the enemies. You don't get that much extra XP for killing them. It's honestly not worth it. And at this level, they don't do a ton of damage. So we're just going to run past everything. Playing as the sniper does help with this because you have your cloak when you need it, but honestly, you don't have to use your cloaking ability that often. You can usually just run past things, and if they are dealing damage to you, you can just use your shift and or whatever your dodge move is and just spin to win. And we are gonna nade some things like this because it can be hard to get through big groups if you don't nade. And as you can see, you can just keep rolling. There's no limit on how much you can roll, and we're just gonna roll past all that and continue to run. We may get shot a couple times, it's not a big deal. And as you can see, if you have the AI at least, they will teleport up to you. We will go invis right here just so we don't have to deal with this guy. And we are gonna keep running past everything. Again, you don't have to kill these guys. It will just slow you down, and the XP gains from it aren't really worth it. So we may just kill these guys real quick. And shoot him, and then continue to spin and run, and just continue to go. We'll shoot him real quick and continue to run away. Again, you can nade the big groups. There's no reason really not to. Okay. I don't know if we're going to be able to get past this. We're just going to keep dodging. Throw down a nade, keep dodging, and drop down. You can also save your camo for this. It's probably a better time to use it than when I did. But keep rolling. As you can see, your friends will teleport with you. And we're just going to keep going. Eventually, we will have to do the objective, and it will be down at the tower to plant some mines. But until then, you can pretty much run past all of the enemies. So we're coming up on the first spot that I like to check for armory data. If I miss any spots up to here, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I know that it does spawn in a couple other places before where we're at, but just for timing's sake, I figured I would skip them. I know that the armory data does spawn here sometimes, and as you can see, there's an armor boost. Okay, we're just gonna keep running past just because that guy decided to mess with us, and we will interact with this real quick. Okay, let's kill this guy. Oh. Okay, got him. So we can start running past this, and let's kill this guy just to make our job easier. Those guys turning out to be sort of tanky, actually. There's more here than normal. So we're gonna execute this guy, and it will kill all the little guys. And now let's get ourselves one of these charges. And it does change sometimes. Sometimes you'll have to do 2, sometimes you'll have to do 3. It just sort of depends. I have had to do 8 on the harder difficulties. I don't know if you'll ever have to do that many down here. Oh, we're going to plant it, and then we're going to go invis to get these guys off of us. And hopefully our little bots will deal with these guys. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of them. Okay. Sometimes you do have to help. Just a little bit. Okay, we're going to keep going. Let's get an explosive charge. and start running over to the other part. Oh, come on, man. There's usually not this big of a wave. But you can just wipe them out. I would suggest using the laser rifle. It does seem to be the best one. Let's get these. Get the melta bomb. Put it down. Just explode it there. That should help. We'll use our secondary to kill these guys real quick. Alright, I finally found it. It was upstairs. But now that that is done, we can just run. We don't actually have to kill anything anymore. And we will run away from all this. Execute this guy. Let's interact with this. Kill this guy. And you just have to run down this hallway and get to the elevator real quick. Watch out for the snipers behind you. And unfortunately, your guys will take a little bit to run up, but as soon as they come here, you can interact and start going up. We're going to have a quick swarm to kill, and after that, we will kill the Hive Tyrant, and then we'll be done with this mission, this operation. It does take a fair amount of time, so I would suggest once you can, going up to the harder level missions, but especially for beginners, this is the best operation, and I definitely say start at least on minimal. You can get back your armor or your ammo at that station just by selecting your loadout again. And we can actually use our stims because I'm sure that we'll find more stims here, most likely. You can find a gene seed around here, which just gives you extra XP, which again, really nice, but you have to sort of look around for a little bit until you find it. Now let's reach here just so that this starts. There we go. And we'll continue to look. Okay, more grenades. Doesn't look like there's anything back here. Fortunately, we just have to let them talk for a little bit. Oh, there's some stims for us. And you definitely want to have 2 stims at the end for the final boss. So I would save a few. There are usually some in like the room before you get to the final boss, but sometimes there's not like a full 2 from what I can tell. So sometimes it's good to just stock up on them. So the swarm is going to come down. You can use those to do extra damage like that. But again, there aren't a ton. I think that should explode too. We can throw our first shock and then our second shock right there. I think that actually missed. Well, let's go get some more grenades. Another one right there. And honestly, no-scoping is pretty accurate in this game, so you can do it just fine. Gonna go get some more ammo real quick. And this is pretty easy, especially if you use nades and if you have friends. Should be clearing through them pretty quickly. Okay. We got more ammo real quick. And as soon as you hear that voice line, you know he's going to be coming right there. And then this is where you explode it. So we will explode this bridge on him. And then we can run away. We don't actually have to help them kill everything. So we'll detonate the bridge. That will fall down. And then we'll run over here. And down he goes. This game is beautiful, by the way. Just such a gorgeous game. It's so gorgeous. I love the how massive everything is. The scale is wonderful. Okay. Let's continue to move. Just have to reach here. And sometimes there are stims around here, so you can check around and see what you find. But then we have 2, so we can just fill up on health and grab this one real quick. And from now until the end, we can actually just run past pretty much everything and get to the final boss to kill him. And that's what makes this one specific mission so quick, is that you can run past just the majority of the enemies and just do the objectives. And so if you're like really wanting to grind and just unlock stuff as fast as you can so that you can play the higher difficulties with all your perks unlocked, I'd highly suggest doing this on the difficulty as said. So we're going to kill this guy, but we really can't just run past most of them. Okay. This is when you might have to start dodging. Continue to run. And even if they call, it's not a big deal if you just keep running. There's the Hive Tyrant, but again, just keep running. I don't think you can actually deal damage to him right now. I guess those guys will chase, but eventually your guys, especially their bots, I'm not sure if they're like real players, whether they will teleport to you, but I know bots will teleport. So for big things like this is when I would generally camouflage, just because that can be a little bit tough to take down or run through if you're not camouflaged. But as you can see, if you are, it's relatively easy. So now it's time to roll again, because these guys are going to shoot us otherwise. And now we have to wait for our guys to assemble on this. And if your guys are staying there because they're bots, I would highly suggest helping them shoot. And now we are good, so let's interact and get out of here. So we're going to go up this elevator and continue to run. There will be a few more trash mobs that we'll have to run through, but we really are almost there to the end. Just keep running. And this is the final room before we have the big boss fight. So there are two places in here that armory data can spawn. I'm pretty sure that it can spawn both on this side and the other, though maybe it's only on the other side. I'm not sure I've ever seen it in there, but definitely if you run over here, I know that I've found armory data in this corner behind here. And of course, sometimes you can find gardening relics as well, which will allow you to self-revive. Okay. And again, this is the final room that I was talking about, where you can get some stims. Again, if you're a full team or not, you may not find two. There's only one here, obviously. So heal up, and then get all your ammo back. And we are ready to go. Let's fight this final boss. As soon as we kill him, the operation is over. So let's do it. So we can skip this cutscene real quick. We're just going to drop the melt-a-bomb immediately and detonate it. And honestly, we're going to let our guys tank him and just try to shoot him in the head. And it's also good early on to figure out where the ammo crate is. Oh my goodness, that... Alright, one sec. Let's go invis. I think the ammo crate's over here this time. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So let's stim up. And we will stay over by the ammo crate and continue to take him down. As you can see, we're absolutely chunking him. When I don't miss shots, that is. Okay, that's the first one down. Let's grab the stim and these crack grenades as well. And these green things, you just have to dodge into them and you'll be just fine. Now let's grab the other stim as well. And we can throw our nades out at them. Make sure you dodge out of these as well. Or dodge into them in my case. But And he's not that hard of a boss, especially on this level. You just have to know what his mechanics are, so you dodge into these. And I know it seems counterintuitive to be dodging towards the enemy, but I promise it's a lot easier if you're dodging at them, because it gives you more, like your iframes last longer. And when you can, it's good to get the parry, just to get that armor back. Oh. Okay. There we go. Got that last shot, and that is the end of this boss. Alright, here we go. We finished everything. You get that nice 630 XP, and then we're going to get some extra here as well, just since we're at the top of our things. And this is easier again if you're playing with bots, because you don't have real people to compete against. We're going to level up real quick. And again, I am level 10 or 9, well, 10 now. But this is totally doable as a level 1 as well. And then you're going to upgrade your guns and stuff as well. And yeah, anyways, that is the fastest way to level up as a beginner. I hope y'all enjoyed. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll have a ton more guides coming out as we play through the game and figure stuff out. So anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.